Everybody, and welcome back to another game of Major League Wingspan. This is game number 22 for me. As we skip forward a little bit, I can't remember what the last video was. Was it game 17? I think it was something like that. So I played a couple of games off camera. Obviously, you're seeing this a couple of weeks after the fact. But yeah, I played I think about 4 or 5 games off camera. I had a couple of defeats in a row which were very, very poor. I tried to do a little bit more full tucking and it didn't work. I didn't get any bird to like cap off the full tuck, and that really annoyed me. And then actually earlier today, I've had a couple of wins. So we're back on the winning streak. So we're 10 and 11 now. So we're going to try and win this game and make it 11-11. Try and get that 50% mark that we're always trying to aim for. And I also got a really interesting game, which I wish I had recorded, which I did like an anti-full tuck. My opponent was potentially going to go full tuck against me, and I did like an anti-full tuck thing. So I'll show you that after this. But we need to get into this game. We're going second, and okay then. We have quite a nice hand, which makes a change. An ecologist. So we might actually keep all four birds here. Because, yeah, the nuthatch is just nice just to get an extra bonus card. I'm tempted to keep it. So I think what we'll do is we'll play Bullfinch. How's the feeder looking? Okay. I mean, I could try and wait for another forest bird, which is better, but I don't mind the Bullfinch. It's not a bad bird. So, I mean, we've got it in our hands, so let's just take it. So we'll play Bullfinch, take food. If we're lucky with the reroll and stuff, we'll have the right food to play Meadowlark and Clark's Grebe. And because of the Star Nest, that'll really help out with this. We've got a bit of synergy going with that. And also, if my opponent gives me a Strapia eggs, that also really works out for us. We've got a little bit better card draw this way too. We don't have a bird that points left. That's probably the only issue. But I don't really want to be playing Silver Eyes. We hopefully we'll find something else that we can play. Nuthatch we can kind of wait until later if we want. We'll just go Ecologist because it's better. And we'll just do that. Okay, 4-bird start. It's been a while since I've done that. I've had a few shocking starting hands recently, but I'm able to make them work. I do actually want to show, after this game, I'll quickly show you the reserve archive of the previous game that I played. It was really interesting. The only bird I was able to keep from my starting hand was Song Sparrow. And I've never used a migratory bird before. Well, maybe I have in friendly games, or I know how they work, but I don't think I've ever used them in tournament. But I had nothing better to take from my starting hand. I mean, there's a lyre bird, but in the end my opponent tried to go full tuck against me, so they didn't have a lot of forest options. So that was very interesting. I didn't get a very high score. It was only just over 100, but it was good enough to win, and sometimes that's all you need. Interesting. Aldwin's goal. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay. Well, that doesn't point... That doesn't point... doesn't point left either. So we won't play the Meadowlark immediately. We'll just hold the food, and we'll see what we can do with it. So we'll take food, play Glaribe, and then we'll just go digging for a bit. Seeing 3 cards a turn. They took the Astrapia. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, yeah, I'm playing against Cole Kuken today. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry, Cole, if you're watching. I do apologize for butchering your name on YouTube. Let's take this nectar. So we're getting some nectar going early. Alright, we'll take the seed, because we need that for the Meadowlark. So that's actually worked out perfectly for us. That's great. So yeah, we'll play Grebe, and we'll go digging. Yeah, the synergy between these two is great, because I'm actually getting the Meadowlark activation. My opponent's going to get an egg as well, but then again, if they got the Astrapia, I'm not overly fussed about that. So let's get the Grebe down. Apologies if I sound sick, that's because I am sick. That's also partly why I'm blaming the fact that I lost a couple of games a few days ago because of the sickness. I was getting sick, and I didn't know I was getting sick, but I got sick. And then over the weekend, where I was ill, I just played a lot of multiplayer games. I didn't play any tourney games. So today's the first day I've done some tournament games, and yeah, I feel a lot better. Multiplayer games are okay because they're very chilled out, and I could just like watch TV or listen to Spotify while I was playing them, and just chat to all the lovely people I was playing with. But tournament games are obviously a little bit more cutthroat, and you do really need to concentrate on what you do. I mean, you have to concentrate when you play games anyway. But it's very cutthroat Obviously, if you make one error, you can lose the whole game off it, whereas with multiplayer games, you can't sponge off people. Okay. We'll probably deny that, because I don't want you having double tuck and draw. So I think we definitely deny this bird. Oh! Wow. Okay. Really glad you don't have that bird either. Let's draw from the top. Colt it. Am I into that? What about cowbird? Is cowbird something we could play? You got the strap here, right? So you're probably not going to lay eggs that much, at least in the beginning anyway. I think maybe the cowbird goes. Colt it does point left, and so does the cowbird for that matter. So I think we get rid of the cowbird. Right, okay, is there an argument here that we just try and get Colt it down so we qualify for this end of round? Cause I know the first round is meh, but I don't really want my opponent just to get a free 4-pointer like this. The difference for me between 0 and 1 point isn't really a big deal, but I think denying your opponent 4 points is really important. Okay. So what I can actually do now, because I thought they were going to lay eggs, even though I didn't verbalize it, what I can actually do here is I can actually play the Colt it. and just get that down now. So we don't actually have to play Meadowlark for a bit. So I think we just do this. We can take food, play Meadowlark, and then lay eggs, and then depending on the food situation, we might just be able to play Barn Swallow at the beginning of next round, or we just draw cards. Is Barn Swallow going to go into the wetland? Probably. I mean, I could also play in the Gnatcatcher. That point's left. Okay, my opponent's going to win this end of round. So, but I mean, I gave my forest built out. So, ugh. Do I get rid of Barn Swallow? It's a lot of nectar that I'm giving to my opponent. Maybe do we ditch the Nuthatch maybe and just try and deny a little bit of nectar here? If I'm going to re-roll with the Bullfinch, right? Maybe get rid of Nuthatch. Yeah, maybe get rid of Nuthatch. Let's take extra nectar. Oh, hang on a minute. Wait. Can I actually use up this nectar? Yes, I can. I can use up this nectar. I play the Meadowlark. Yeah. And then lay eggs. Yeah, we're good. We'll cash. Hey, no nectar for my opponent. Okay, that worked out amazingly. Okay, so we'll play Meadowlark and then we'll lay eggs. So we have the eggs in play. So we can either draw at the beginning of next round, or we play Barn Swallow and then we go drawing. We'll see. Oh, you reset the thingy. Ah, because it was all... So you're going to get quite a lot of nectar. Which is kind of interesting. You've now got these 2 fish that's just sitting there not doing anything for you. And you give me a free egg. I mean... I could just play Barn Swallow now then, if that's the case. I could play Meadowlark and Barn Swallow. Yeah. 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 2 turns left, I could just play Meadowlark and Barn Swallow. I could also play Barn Swallow and take cards. That's also something else I could do. So let's play Barn Swallow for... Do we play Barn Swallow in the... Do we play Barn Swallow here? Yeah, I think we do. I mean, there's also another argument. I could have maybe drawn cards there to see if I can get another bird that points left, but... There's also something else I could have done. Maybe I should have done that, because maybe Barn Swallow could have gone to the grassland. So there are quite a lot of egg-heavy sort of end of rounds. Black Skimmer. Okay, so you're winning the end of round anyway. So I think that justifies my decision for playing this, but I didn't know that at the time. Right, so what do? Do I just play Meadowlark? I think just play Meadowlark now. Yeah, let's play Meadowlark now. We've got a really nice setup here. So, good stuff for my opponent, but I'm really happy where we are. Oh, hello! Excellent! Excellent. Love it. Okay, so we need to think about this. I need to draw from the top. Okay, you can go. You can be tucked. Sorry, Cormorant. I would keep you. Because you would actually get quite a lot of eggs. But we need to deny the Benelli. And that can get tucked. Oh, not tucked. That can get discarded. Nice. Okay, unfortunately I revealed this stuff, but these are two really big things, so I'm kind of glad my opponent did not get them. Obviously, we lost a Cormorant. Cormorant would have got us actually quite a lot of eggs, because we do have, you know, 2 of these Starness already, and the Benelli. And also the Puffin. Fish Crow is definitely something we're also looking at, I think. And also Cerulean Warbler. These are all pretty good cards. You took for interesting. I'm having to get rid of one with the Greeb. That's the thing. I like to get these 2. So maybe we draw from the top. You're a nice bird, but I don't think we're going to be playing you. So we'll tuck this one. We'll draw from the top. Oh my god. Okay, maybe then we don't take Cerulean Warbler then. Because Golden Eagle's really nice. Really nice grassland. Okay, that can go. Black-footed Diver, really good bird. A nice grassland with these 2. I don't have a lot of card draws. Actually, that Diver wouldn't be a bad thing to have. Why do I need... We do need cards, because we need to get stuff to feed this Benelli as well. So maybe I have to draw cards once more. Oh, really? You didn't take the Diver? That's very interesting. Okay, let's draw. I don't think we need that. So I think that can get tucked. Let's take the Diver. Tuck you. Take you, I think. Yeah, you're quite a good bird. Oh my god, game. Well, I guess we don't need the Diver anymore, do we? we don't need this black-throated Diver anymore. Because we've got White Stork. White Stork is just infinitely superior. Oh my god. Sorry, Black Diver. There was so much promise for you. Okay. Right. Cool. Right. So, I think... how is the rest of this round going to play out? We take food. You didn't give me an Astrapia egg, which is very interesting. Because you've got the Turtle Dove to give you 3 eggs. You didn't want to give me an egg. That's kind of interesting. Alright, well, we just need a... I might take this fish. Yeah. So we're going to have to... it's kind of annoying. I have to lay eggs before this White Stork gets played. It was a bit unfortunate. But we'll lay eggs, take food, play White Stork, lay eggs again. And then we have to try and get the Fish Crow down and the Golden Eagle down next round. And just rinse this grassland, I think, and just run that for ages. And eventually we'll accumulate enough stuff to be able to play the Cerulean Warbler and the Benelli and the Puffin. So, yeah, our game's going to build up very quickly, I hope. I hope that's what's going to happen. I might have to throw this seed from the Coltic for an extra egg into here. How much egg space do you have? That's the question. You only got 4. Okay, we're looking quite good. Do I take this fish? I'm going to take this fish just in case. Ah, I could have taken nectar. Never mind. Never mind. We get cash. And we re-roll. Very good. We'll deny the seed. Or the nectar, rather. Okay. So we'll lay eggs. I really hope this nectar is going to tempt my opponent to take food, and they might give me an Astrapia egg. Since there's an egg here, they probably won't. But I do always wonder, it's kind of this interesting dynamic when you're playing 1v1. That you want to deny your opponent certain bits of tempo. So he didn't do it again. I think that's very interesting. So let's lay eggs. And then, because of this, we can do that. so we can max out the eggs here, which is what we like. So we'll play White Stork. White Stork's a great bird. We've then got to try and play. So I think I might actually keep the fish, because I can then use a coal tit. I should have. I've had cowbird now. That's fine. Let's do this. So use the nectar for the fish. The reason why is because then that way I can throw a coal tit seed beginning of next round to get the fish crow down, because I want to be able to start getting this food. I mean, I do have a good food access up here, but getting fish crow in here is good, because we can throw extra eggs, get more food, because I think I'm going to need it. So we'll just lay 2 eggs. Right, White Stork. Give something good. Tempted maybe to keep the Vireo, because we might be able to do a double play with this Warbler. Wouldn't say no, actually. And then we do this. So unless I am mistaken, I'm going to have more wetland eggs than my opponent. And also these star nests are great, because they're contributing towards the next end of round as well. Another reason why I want to try and get... Maybe we do try and play the Vireo, and... we have to take food once here to make this work. But I'd rather just try and get Golden Eagle down, and we just get this going. Do we need the fish crow is the question. I think the fact I can just play it, I think it's going to be a good thing to do. And I'm going to have an abundance of eggs, I think, with this Meadowlark. Yeah, good. So we win this end of round, and we probably should be good for the next one too. We'll have to see. Stubble quail. It's okay though. Loggy! Loggy. So yeah, I think we just play the fish crow. That Savannah Sparrow would actually be kind of nice, actually. But, to try and build this out more, but never mind. Can we... I think, actually... Do we re-roll? Do we try and get... I'm just thinking, if we get Rat Nectar... I don't... How many turns... I want to get this down as soon as possible. It's going to take me a long time to try and do it. Let's re-roll. Nectar. Do I throw a card? Do we get rid of this Vireo? Deny that Nectar. Yeah, so we'll play Fish Crow with seed and fish, lay eggs, get nectar, play eagle. So play fish crow, lay eggs, play eagle. We need to spend this egg, because otherwise this Meadowlark's going to cause us some trouble. I'd really try and get these two down. We kind of have to keep everything we're getting from the White Stork to play this Benelli. I'm not sure if playing Fish Crow is the right idea. Maybe I should have tried to get this built out to get more food. Not sure. Let's throw this egg, because we can get it back instantly. Yes, please. I think it's too late to play the Warbler. I think just take the Butcher Bird. I don't think leaving the Warbler there's a problem. Ah, Ruby Crown Kinglet. Never mind. Because I can play that with a seed. That's the thing. Whereas this Vireo, I can't. Okay, well, let's play Eagle. Maybe we don't. Maybe just play Eagle, lay eggs, and then... How many egg spaces can you... You got 1, 2, 3... So you only got 3 eggs of that nest type. Oh, never mind, you got more. So you can get up to 5. I've got 5. There is maybe an argument we have to try and play this, which I'm not very happy about. I mean, do we maybe play Butcherbird instead of the Eagle? I hate Butcherbird. It's such a pain in the neck bird, but it might actually win me the end of round on its own, without even having to... And if the Butcherbird... Because there's a chance here you're going to lay eggs, you can get up to 5 of this nest type. Unless you play another bird. But if I play Butcherbird, and if I at least get the 2 eggs on it, that alone will give me more points. And if it... winning the end of round would give me a... It's a 3-point swing, right? If we tie the end of round, or if I win it, it's a 3-point swing. So that alone is already offsetting the Golden Eagle. And if the Butcherbird could maybe just hit a couple of times... I don't like it. I don't like this Butcherbird because it just the number of times it misses, right? It's only wingspan less than 40 centimeters. I think it also does hit the next end around as well. I mean, the other option. Well, I mean, what's the other option? Play the Warbler instead. I think it's just going to be a bit too slow. Okay. Okay, decision made. We're playing the Butcherbird. Come on, Butcherbird. Come on. I believe in you. I'll lay eggs on... I'm going to be laying eggs on you. We know the rule, right? We know the theory in Wingspan. If you lay eggs on the Predator bird, it will give you what you want. You're taking food. So are you not laying eggs? Why are you taking food? I'm so confused. You have eggs to play another bird. Oh, do you have Say's Phoebe? Oh, maybe you got Phoebe. Oh! Thank you for the free egg. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Okay. Lay an egg here. Oh, I've got Bullfinch! What the hell am I doing? Bullfinch is a bowl nest. I'm an idiot. How did I forget? I'm clearly still sick. Bullfinch is a bowl nest. Oh my god, you guys are going to be screaming it for me for that one. Okay, we need Butcherbird to hit a couple of times, otherwise I've lost some points. Come on, Butcherbird. No, bad Butcherbird. To be fair, the Eagle wouldn't have hit either. Oh my god. Yep. We'll spend an egg here, and we'll get a nectar, because we can play something here. Ooh, spotted owl. Ooh. We don't really... Do we need the star? We don't need... No, we don't need that anymore. I'm going to take spotted owl. And we'll do this. Yeah, okay, so I'm definitely winning this end of red. I should have played the eagle. Not that the golden eagle would have hit there. Not that it would have hit. But if we lose by 3 points, we know where those 3 points came from. Right. Okay, time to play the Cerulean Warbler, I think. We'll spend a cold tick cash to get this down faster. Snowy owl. Okay, nice. Oh, you get one. Nice. Okay, so all of that faffing around I shouldn't have done, but never mind. Oh no, we'll spend it off the barn swallow because we don't need the egg. Because my opponent, for some reason, has given up this end of rounds. That's fine. Come on, Warbler. Give us something good. Oh, no, nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Okay. Okay, so what's the plan? We need to get Benelli played this turn. We need to get Puffin played this turn, and we'll probably have to take food for that one. I mean, the other option is I could just lay eggs 3 times. Play Benelli. I can play Benelli first, I suppose. Can we also get the Spotted Owl down? We need another card if we're gonna. I think Golden Eagle's gonna have to go. Virio will go. We could get 8 points from Ecologist if I put Benelli here and Spotted Owl here. We definitely need to get at least one more card. So let's lay eggs. Right, come on, Butcherbird. There you go. Alright, so it's only 1 point behind Eagle now. I mean, Eagle would have hit there, so I guess it's 2 points behind. Not that I'm counting. Sorry for blowing into the mic. Yeah, let's take a Nectar. Take from the top. Anything here we like, we'll deny the Trumptus one. Ooh, now we got some interesting decisions. Spotted Owl would have to be... Well, Spotted Owl is actually giving us 2 more points from Ecologist. We could put Benelli here and Trumptus one in here. I guess the question is, will we have enough food? We do have the 2 cultic caches, so it's definitely doable. The priority has to be to get Puffin down, and definitely Benelli down. We're going to have to take food. We've got 3 things we can... we got 3 things that we can... Well, do we though? Excuse me. We can throw these 3. So we could throw this one for extra food. And then I have to pay 3 birds. So no, I don't think we're going to have enough food. No, I think it's going to be a bit ambitious to try to get 3 birds down this round. I mean, we could play Spotted Owl now, actually. We could force it using the cold tit. We're losing nectars everywhere. We'll tie the nectar here. We got enough eggs. Eggs aren't the problem. What's the other way we can do this? If we lay eggs, we then have nectar to play Spotted Owl up there, which means then we are winning the nectar battle in the forest. No, we only be able to play 1 more bird. You've drawn birds. I think a lot of you got all the food for the raven. Do we just force down Spotted Owl? I kind of like the bonus card gamble here. I like the bonus card gamble. Because we've got a lot of star nests, and we could get a really nice bonus card. So I think I'm gonna... There's only like a 1 point play by doing this. I can't win this nectar. Problem is, if I lay eggs and get a nectar with a fish crow, I won't be able to... I don't even be able to play 2 birds. So I guess, is the... Oh, Trumptus one's also an Oologist bird. Omnivore bird, rather. That's worth a lot of points. That kind of offsets the Ecologist. So this question is, are we going to get a 4 point bonus card, is the question. I mean, the best way would be to play the Puffin first, but the problem is we're not going to have the food for it. And this feed, I want my opponent to take food first. I want them to... I mean, the other solution is we play Benelli up here. Oh, that's the other way. Play Benelli up here, then take food, and we should have all the food to be able to play the Puffin and the Trumptus one. But then we're losing the Forest Nectar. Decisions. I think we just get more points that way, I think. This is really tough. I prefer to see the bonus cards first. I don't know. This is a 3-point swing, right? I've got 4 birds I want to play, and I can only play 3 of them. I think playing Benelli in the forest is better. And we try and target the wetland nectar. It's just because the forest nectar is good because they can't max it anymore. I think we do this. Oh man, this is very difficult. We get rid of Golden Eagle too. Very tough. Tough call. I think this is the right idea. I'm not sure. Well, I'm definitely going to get a lot more points I have done in the last 4 games, I think. So, we're on 95 already. And these 2 birds are really high scoring, so I'm probably going to win this end of round. And these are already giving me 17 points. 17 plus 4 more from here, 17, 21 more points. So we're looking at 116 without even thinking about the end of round. And my opponent only rolled 1 nectar, so that's huge. So let's re-roll. We got 2 nectars. That's kind of good. We're going to have to rely on some... We might have to get rid of some cultic caches here, which is not great. I'm going to leave this in an unrollable position. I don't think my opponent wants to take food again. But just in case, because I'm not going to throw a card. Come on, Bullfinch. Okay. Alright. 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 So, we've got 2 nectar, which means we can swing the wetland nectar in our favor. Yeah. We're gonna have to use up some cultic caches, but that's what they're there for. That could have gone a little bit better, but it's okay. So I think we just play the Puffin now. And once we see what the Puffin bonus card is, because we might maybe have to reevaluate and we might have to lay eggs. But I'll take the eggs off in a way that maybe we could just hit the lower bound of Urologist if we draw that. I'm hoping we get some sort of nest-based card, because we've got a lot of star nests. So it'd be very, very... Ah, that's what I forgot you had stubble quail. Yeah, that's a good way to put up your points. Yeah, okay. Let's play Puffin. Did you spend nectar? You did. Okay, so I'm winning one of the nectars. Okay, it could have gone better, but it's alright. My opponent had the better forest anyway. Let's do this. Ah, shame we can't max this. Damn. Ah, it's 1 away. That's a shame. That's a shame. Okay, so we're on 119. Once I've played this. No, 121. Okay. So I guess the question is, does my opponent have a board that is more than 120 points? That's the question. I'm going to be interested if this Butcher Bird mistake potentially cost me. I can't believe I brain fogged into not realizing that the Bullfinch... Huh? Do you have Behaviorist? Why are you playing this now? Unless, do you have Wetland Scientist or something? But you got... Is it try and compete for this end of round? But you can't win it. I don't know. Yeah, because I can't... Is there a way we can do this with the rat to make it cheaper? No. That's unfortunate. I have to use up 2 of the caches rather than only 1. Oh well. So yeah. The butcher bird mistake cost me 2 points. I'm quite happy with this. This is a bit unlucky, especially with so many star nests. But I guess we don't have many of this nest type, right? So, if it was only mechanical engineer or something else, stick nest would have been a bit better, or bowl nest. Bowl nest? That's okay. It's alright. I can't complain, really, when you've got, you know, 20 points from 3 bonus cards. That's pretty good. So I'm on 121 now. Oh, up to 128. Okay, so I guess my question is, does my opponent have a board that is like 130 points? I'm not sure. But then again, this game has caught me out before. Oh. Did you have, like, no food, or did you do that very quickly? I'm not sure. So I won most of the end of rounds, but then my opponent got the nectar, so that kind of balances out a little bit. Okay, we'll go into the scores. And we'll see... So yeah, brain fog on nest types. I guess that's going to be the title of the video. Hopefully it won't cost me, but we'll see. Okay, we're in a good position right now. Yeah, we're in a good position. Partridge eggs will come in good here, but I think we got the tucks. Yeah. And my opponent won't be able to call it back. Nice! 128 points to 111. Nice victory there, and also that's going to help out because my points difference is pretty poor. I think it's like minus 80 or something. So even though I'm now 50% win rate, so it's like, well, now it's like minus 60-ish. So we needed those points, and we got a higher score. So nice. We're back on the board. We're doing things a bit better. Nice white stork, which popped out at the right time. I think I played this fairly well. I think there were some ways I could have, if I could have just maxed out like 1 or 2 more food, I could have done like a double play in here, got access to this food quicker. But Nelly was a really nice, you know, the puffin and, you know, the trays were quite nice to me in that sense. But we had a really nice starting hand, and that makes the job a lot easier when you can just get that down. We had 5 birds down in the first round, which just makes it a lot easier to sort of get going. So we won the game. I'm going to quickly pause, sort out all the ELO stuff and whatnot, and then I will show you the other game I was talking about in a second. Okay, and I am back. So I was just talking to my opponent, and yeah, the golden eye play. I can't. The thing's a bit bugged. I can't look at the boards, but the golden eye hit 2 of their bonus cards. I think it was. Oh, I can't remember now what they were. Let me have a quick look. Don't remember. Oh, fishery manager and diet specialist, and they also had rodentologist. So not bad at all over there. Especially there's the owl and everything. So yeah, not bad. Not bad about it. And things like, this game's so wacky because like 111 points would have been enough to probably beat me in probably all of my last 4 games, I think. But it's just like typical. You get 2 players which are high scoring or higher scoring, then you get 2 like low scoring. You can't get the consistency. But yeah, good game, and I feel like I'm starting to play better a little bit. And I had a really nice start. I mean, when you get 5 birds down round 1, and they're all useful birds, and utilising that Astrapia power. My opponent did deny me some Astrapia eggs, so there was also a lot of thought on that side. Not that I can click the board anymore. Unfortunately, my derp with the bullfinch and everything, and playing the butcherbird didn't matter because it didn't. But then actually thinking about it, I just suddenly realised it now just clicked with me. I got omnivore expert, so actually the butcherbird is actually in the end was worth the same number of points as the golden eagle. Funny, just because of the way that it worked out. But anyway, so it probably wasn't a derp then, all planned. Yeah, any of you buying this? Nope, I don't think so. Right, if the game wants to load... I think my laptop's overheating, because we're having a heat wave at the moment. You're going to see this in probably about 2 weeks' time, so it'll be very outdated. Look at the dates of the games, right? So we play this on the 2nd of June. Oh, this is the game I want to show you. I'll skip through the board. It was very interesting. There's a lot of... I'm really sad in a way it didn't get recorded, because it's a very sort of tactical game. So yeah, I started with just the Song Sparrow. I had nothing else going on for me. So, and I've never played this in tournament games, even though I know how to use it. Like, know how the mechanic works, but trying to play it right. Played it down here, and I instantly got Morning Dove, and I think I picked Kite out of the trait. And I really like this Kite because when it does hit, it gives you such a tempo boost, especially early. So it missed at the end, and I was saying this to my opponent if I did it in commentary. I missed out an egg because I had this Scrub Fowl Mannequin Phoebe combo at the end, which was very cool. But I actually missed off an egg off the Oriole. I misplayed something, or I didn't plan things correctly with the final end of round goal because I wasn't going to win it anyway. My opponent was way ahead of me. So I missed out an egg there, and the Kite actually missed. I laid eggs right at the end, and the Kite missed. So, cursed Kite, but never mind, it's fine. But it hit early. I think I only used it twice in the game, or I tried to use it twice during the game. Either twice or 3 times, can't remember. But the it hit the time it had to, which was at the beginning. So with the Morning Dove and the Kite, that gave me such a big, and also then the additional eggs that got laid onto the Song Sparrow. When it was in the grass and I activated it. If anyone doesn't know, the Song Sparrow is a migratory bird, which means when you activate the habitat, if it is the rightmost bird in that habitat, you can move it into another habitat. So at the beginning, my board was empty and it was just pinging between the different habitats. I actually kept it in the wetland the first time, so I wanted to draw again, and then I moved it up. Got food, got the Morning Dove down, laid eggs, and then Kite actually went out a little bit later because I suddenly realized I don't need the eggs because I've got the Morning Dove. Did my opponent give me eggs? I'm trying to remember. Oh, the game's bugged. I can't click on their board. That's a shame. But the thing you're noticing over here is we've got Mute Swan and Flamingo. So I wasn't going full tuck. I played Mute Swan partly just to get a little bit card draw for me, and also I didn't want to use the Shoveler too much because my opponent had Chiff Chaff and also Chaffage towards the end. So every card I was giving them was a point. But I don't think I ever skipped the Shoveler because the way I kind of think about it is, I needed it for my own tempo, right? I don't want to restrict myself more than necessary. And you can't actually see it in here, but I actually had a Gold Crest in here. So I was able to pick that up quite late, got the Gold Crest down, I got the Bush Tit down, I think it was just for the third end of round, so we were able to tie this, even though my opponent had basically a full tuck situation going on in the wetland with the Chiff Chaff. But I was able to get this down, it got me a few extra eggs, and even like Scrub Fowl, it's only 1 point, but I think at the end of the game I got 7 eggs out of it. And I should have had 1 more if I hadn't messed up with the Oriole. And then saying this Phoebe got me 5 eggs. So I was able to accumulate, the vast majority of these eggs I got at the end of the game. Or my final turn laying eggs, I could have got 3 more with the Kite. And they were just these 2 birds. So they were definitely worth it. So with this Gold Crest, I was able to build out this forest very quickly, force out the Oriole at the end. But that's why I needed the cards, because I needed to get extra food, and I had to throw with the Gold Crest and have birds to play. So I was giving my opponent more points. But the Flamingo was... I can't remember exactly when the Flamingo popped up. But the Flamingo was great, because it came up just early enough that it put my opponent off full tucking. And now I can't show their board, because the game's bugged for some reason. Which is just great. But then it ended up with this really awkward sort of pivot situation where they had to then start laying eggs. And they actually got a Hornbill, which is very good, and they got quite a lot of tucks off it. We had a really interesting conversation. This is why we should be recorded about if they should maybe should have taken Nectar in order then to try to get the Nectar points, but then also then they could have thrown all the other food they had, because I think they had a Kookaburra, something else, and a Phoebe in the wetland. So they were getting food like that, so they could have used that food to throw for extra eggs, and then saved all of their cards for Chiff Chaff. No, Chaffage. That's it. Chaffage tucking. So it's a very interesting dynamic. So it definitely could be. It was close, very very close. It was a very interesting sort of back and forth. And it'd be interesting also then if you have somebody who's recording from their perspective. Do you still go with the full tuck even though you got a Flamingo over here? 'Cause I don't know what my play would have been. Yeah, I was going to get a lot of stuff off the Flamingo, but then that wouldn't win me the game. I'd have to do other stuff. But it was a really interesting game, especially from my side, having to use extra eggs to try and get Nectar with the Heron, to try and play stuff in the forest and get that going. It was an interesting game. I was very happy to have won it, but I think regardless, I would have been very happy to put it up anyway, just because I think there'd been a lot of talking points from the game, but that's how it goes. And also, just for my ego, I'm going to quickly show off another game which I played while I was sick. I had a couple of really cool multiplayer games and getting to know other people from the community. This one just got a casual 162 points. I know there'll be other people in the community who are like, whoa, Chief. That's nothing. But I'm sure there'll be a lot of people who've got better scores than that. But that's the highest score I've ever gotten. And you know me watching my videos, I can't break 133 or 138 points. I can't break the 140 point mark. So suddenly to get 162 points in a I know it's a 4-player multiplayer game, so it's in a different scenario and, you know, different situation. But the board was really fun, if I can show it off for a second. Because I basically didn't take food for the entire game, because I just kept getting thrown, like, infinite seeds by one of my opponents who didn't want to, for obvious reasons, give it to the person with the Canada Goose. So I basically never took food, and I just kept drawing. And I had a really shit start, because I only had, I think it was the cuckoo, I think. I can't remember what my beginning bit was, but I managed to, I got the egret. I had like a, where's the, is it Rheumatologist? No. Oh, that's a different game I had a Rheumatologist, never mind. I got a lot of bonus cards and they all got maxed out really nicely. There's some tricky decisions in here as well, but it's really good fun. So I think what I might do, the only reason I'm bringing this up, because maybe that might be something in between tournaments, I might record some like fun casual multiplayer games maybe, or maybe when we do it on stream, by the way I stream on Twitch, I might take some of those multiplayer footage and put it onto YouTube just to have a different vibe. And I actually want to get into multiplayer a little bit. The games are a bit slow to watch, but I guess maybe with YouTube you can speed it up. Obviously if I'm streaming it then there'll be a lot of interaction with chat and stuff, but just to showcase some different strategies, because obviously when you're playing 1v1 there are certain birds which are not very viable. But if you're playing multiplayer, then they are viable. So yeah, if you would be interested in that, then feel free to let me know in the comments down below. But we've got more games, so we've got 8 more games left in Major League Wingspan, and I'll try and record as many of them as I can. But do be aware, obviously, I'm going to space out the release of them. But by the time the last one comes out, it won't be too out of date, so hopefully that'll be fine. And yeah, remember I stream live on Twitch. I do Wingspan. By the time you see this, I'm going to potentially change my Twitch schedule a little bit. I've been doing Wingspan every single Wednesday on Twitch for the last couple of months. But I think what I'm going to do from now on is have board game Wednesdays. But for quite a lot of them, I'm going to be doing Wingspan. So there's a big Wingspan community out there, and I know that they really like it. Yeah, we'll have Wingspan Wednesdays, but we'll probably also sort of mix Wingspan in with other games as well. Fury of Dracula was the other thing I play. I recently bought Cascadia. There might be some Wingspan people who like Cascadia. We do some things on Board Game Arena, Coats and Cats of Calico, which is made by the same people that make Wingspan. So if any of that sounds interesting, feel free to join the streams for that. Even if you see I'm not playing Wingspan, on Wednesdays it'll be board games. So feel free to join for that. And yeah, I will see you all in another video very soon. So take care. Thank you for watching, and thank you to my opponent for streaming the game, for letting me record the game. There we go. And also, I haven't said it in the last few videos, but thank you again to the amazing people in the Wingspan Discord community, not only for their amazing support on the videos, but also for the little animation thing that you see at the beginning of this video, and all the videos from the Major League Wingspan with the logo and everything. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. Take care. And I'll see you for another game very soon. Bye bye.